News is the first draft of history. It is immediate and takes place in real time. Legends take longer to develop and are sometimes based on myth. This Fox News series looks at the truth behind the legend. Previously on Legends and Lies, the Patriots.
King George has declared us rebels. He threatens us with death.
May I see you all hanged upon Liberty Tree?
Now it seems we must all hang together, or we most assuredly will hang separately.
Spies everywhere.
We must put a spy behind enemy lines.
Captain Nathan Hale.
If you are caught, you will be hanged.
On this 22nd day of September, the accused, Nathan Hale, has been found guilty of treason against the Crown of England. Have you any last words?
Only that a man should follow the orders of his commanding officer, regardless of the consequences.
Pushed to their limits by an oppressive empire, a determined group of rebels unites under the cause of liberty. Their quest for freedom will unify a people, ignite a revolution, and forge a new system of government. In time, these brave men and women will come to be known as the American Patriots.
Your Excellency, General Arnold has arrived.
The most feared general in the Continental Army, Benedict Arnold. A seeker of fame and glory, a hot-tempered military genius, and America's most notorious traitor. But behind every traitor stands a man, and behind every legend lies the truth.
General Arnold. This is Lieutenant Colonel Hamilton.
General Benedict Arnold is widely known as the most famous traitor in history because his defection to the British jeopardizes the entire revolution. But before Arnold betrays his country, he is George Washington's favorite fighting general and a true American hero, which makes his betrayal of his commander-in-chief both painful and personal.
Congress has overlooked your bravery and resilience on the battlefield. For that, I am sorry.
But I have bled too much for this revolution to be passed over by Congress in this shameless manner.
Arnold is a great field commander. He is also senior brigadier, but there are already a couple of major generals. And so Congress then plays this log roll and they pick 5 individuals and they promote them over Arnold.
My apologies for my resignation. I'm afraid I've reached the end.
Benedict Arnold was strategically one of the most brilliant men in the officer corps. Arnold's ego and his ambition made him a very difficult character among his fellow officers.
Benedict, are you not fighting against tyranny and oppression? And for the freedom to pursue wealth without the penalty of unfair taxation?
Arnold's desire for respect and recognition runs deep. Born the son of a wealthy merchant, his childhood is shattered when 4 of his siblings die of yellow fever. Even more devastating is his father's reaction.
The father was arrested for drunkenness, expelled from his church. His family lost everything, and Arnold had to make it on his own.
Desperate to clear his family name, Arnold launches into the shipping business. By age 22, he buys back his family estate. But when British taxes destroy his profits, he joins the New Haven Sons of Liberty and vows to fight back. Arnold rises quickly through the ranks and receives his first major mission to seize heavy cannons from a British fort near Canada. But with no troops of his own, Arnold must impose his orders on the unruly local militia.
This man here says he's in charge now, Colonel.
This decree from Congress supports my claim to lead this attack.
Is that a fact?
It is at that. And just who might you be, my good sir?
I'm Ethan Allen. Just who the hell are you?
I'm Colonel Benedict Arnold. I've been dispatched by the Massachusetts Provincial Congress to lead the offensive on Fort Ticonderoga.
These men have been under my command for over 5 years. They will follow no one else.
Ethan Allen was considered sort of a frontier bandit because he had taken a lot of land in the Vermont territory, and he had a following called the Green Mountain Boys. The boys were into looting, and one of the things that they really wanted inside Fort Ticonderoga were 90 gallons of rum.
Mr. Allen, I propose we join together with the sole purpose of taking Fort Ticonderoga. What say you?
Just don't get in my way, Arnold.
There is here near 100 men who are in the greatest confusion and anarchy, destroying and plundering private property, committing every enormity, and paying no attention to public service. Colonel Allen is a proper man to head his own wild people.
The capture of Fort Ticonderoga is a swift, tactical triumph for the Patriots, and Allen makes sure Arnold gets no credit for the mission's success. For Benedict Arnold, this is the first of many bitter fights as his quest for glory turns his fellow officers into his worst enemies.
Arnold is sent north into Canada. After braving 350 miles of frozen wilderness, he lays siege to Quebec City in the dead of winter, then stalls an invasion by the British Navy, feats that reveal Benedict Arnold as both an aggressive and creative military tactician.
General Burgoyne has marched down from Quebec with nearly 10,000 soldiers and thousands of natives. He has retaken Fort Ticonderoga. General Gates is stationed near Saratoga with 7,000 men.
Washington appreciates the personal sacrifice that Arnold made and the leadership that he used under very difficult circumstances of attacking in a Canadian winter. He sees Arnold's pain, and Washington has really no love for the Continental Congress either. They're not doing a great job supplying him.
Sir, based on my current financial condition, I do not know if I can continue my service in the Continental Army.
General Gates is not a man of action as you are. You are a fierce warrior.
General Washington, you have my word that I will fight until the bitter end, with my last breath.
Arnold was a bit nuts. And Washington kind of liked that because he reminded him of himself. And Washington needed something a little crazy to happen.
While Washington sends his favorite general to the battlefield, there's a new front opening up, behind enemy lines. The Espionage War.
Nathan Hale's execution really was a wake-up call for George Washington that these kind of lone wolf operations are not going to work.
I must put a spy behind the enemy lines.
Nathan Hale, commonly regarded as America's first spy. Legend tells us his famous last words are, "I regret that I have but one life to give for my country." But there's no written record from that day, and it's likely those words were made up after Hale's execution.
Major Talmadge is here as requested.
Major, this is Lieutenant Colonel Hamilton. Please sit. We haven't much time.
Thank you, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Before he died, Captain Hale spoke of you as a true patriot and worthy soldier.
Talmadge was a junior officer, loyal, patriotic, and doing his job for General Washington. He was in the Yale class of 1774. Talmadge was a classmate, if not the roommate, of Nathan Hale, who's been hanged.
Your regimental commander has seen fit to promote you to major. I must call upon you for a less public distinction. I shall require you to manage the Army's intelligence gathering efforts.
Washington saw the advantage of intelligence. He also knew the need and necessity to form a spy ring.
It is a fine line that a trustworthy man must walk, who lives in this world of trickery and yet remain true to his cause.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will not let you down.
Benjamin Talmadge was a Special Forces agent and one of Washington's most respected aides. He was, in many ways, is the exact inverse of what Benedict Arnold is. Somebody who cared more about others than himself, someone who would avoid personal glory.
With Talmadge off on his secret mission for General Washington, 200 miles north, the British are moving south along the Hudson River, where Continental General Horatio Gates heads them off in Saratoga.
During the Battle of Saratoga, General Gates is not really that present on the battlefield, but Arnold doesn't shrink from a fight. He rallies the Americans and he turns the fight around, and he's really, the hero of Saratoga.
Yet Gates gives Arnold no credit for his leadership.
In God's name!
How dare you? I saved our left flank, and you stand here peddling lies about me.
Get out!
I will not leave until you change your report.
Escort General Arnold to his tent.
I'm not finished.
You are disobeying my direct orders?
No, I'm resigning.
This is for Arnold's like saying that I have done everything I can to give my all to this cause, short of life itself, and you have said you don't appreciate what I've done. You have belittled me.
But the Battle of Saratoga is far from over. As they face a counterattack from the British, the American troops petition Arnold to stay and fight.
Are you with me?
Arnold saw an opportunity where he thought his leadership could make a decisive difference. Disobeying orders, he went into the field, and everybody believes that his tactics and bravery at that moment won the battle for the Patriots.
In a single shot, Benedict Arnold's life changes forever, and with it, so does the fate of the American Revolution.